going up for the shot. That one is tougher, much tougher, because this is a basketball play. Bradley's just going up. He's not seeking to hit Rodney with the elbow. A tough blow absorbed from Rodney, who, like Dame, playing through it.
Lillard with 15 third-quarter points. Simon steps into a three, rolls it in.
Another one of those easy passes that Dame makes, top of the key, defender helping off a little too much, and the shooter's ready.
Beal with the quick response. Beal with 31 on the night. Beal set the NBA record for 17 consecutive games to start a season with 25-plus points, but that don't matter because Damian Lillard is on fire.
Time to turn it up. He knows his team needed him to score a little bit more in the second half. He is doing that.
Beal into the chest of Cantor. So two of the top three scorers in the league going back-to-back in the last few possessions. Lillard loses the handle.
2 minutes in the quarter.
Bertans, quick three. And Bertans, who's a flamethrower against Denver, still scoreless in this one against Portland. Simons going to his right, met by two defenders, brings it back out. Melo trying to work against Bertans, 5 to shoot. Bertans crowds him. Melo, no whistle. Hachimura down the floor, tied up by Simons. Timeout on the floor. The Blazers turning up the offense here in the third quarter. Damian Lillard has 18 in the quarter alone.
Lots of games throughout the league yesterday. Take a look at some of the best highlights in our top 10 plays from Friday's NBA action.
I'm Chris Miles. Here are your top 10 plays. Quick hands on defense and quick feet to get down the court. Robert Williams gets the steal. Jason Tatum rewards 4-4 for running the floor. What's up, B.I.? Brandon Ingram handling his business by handling the rock. Gets by Jay Crowder and then rocks the rim. Rule for this top 10. Make a great pass, well, you're in. The Joker with the dime. JaMychal Green right on time. More top-notch passing. Anthony Edwards. One-hand bounce pass on the move to Jared Vanderbilt. We'll take a close, low-angle look to get it right. Number 6, a good assist on this too, but it's the shot that got him in this top 10. Buzzer beater, Paul George on fire as time expires. For tonight's top plays, great passing still on display. Ja Morant, a top 10 champ with the lefty pass inside and mid-extras. Another great pass. Fred VanVleet goes over the shoulder to find Norman Powell, who dropped 31. Joel Embiid dropped 50, but here he gets blocked on the inside. Zach LaVine, dunking machine.
When it was announced that Damian Lillard was not named an All-Star starter, Rip City and most of the NBA was shocked. Even Luka Doncic, who was named a starter, came out and said he thought Dame would be selected over him. Here's Dame yesterday after practice.
I was the guy that got the short end of the stick, and I think it's widely known that, I would be irritated and frustrated with it, and people be like, oh, he's crying, he's mad, I didn't do it that way, that's just been the battle for me my whole career. So now that I'm 30 and I'm not starting an all-star game, I'm not moved by it, you know what I'm saying? And part of that is because it's always been that way, you know what I mean? So.
And Lamar, you were preaching about Damian Lillard and just who he is as a player, as a man, as a leader, and his response to this whole situation just continues to speak volumes about his character. And you saw the way that it galvanized really the entire NBA fan base and world to plead his case for him when he wasn't selected as a starter.
And that means a lot to him. The fact that he knows that the NBA world recognizes. And I don't know that that would have been the case 3-4 years ago, that he would get that type of overwhelming support. And not necessarily that he needs it, but it is just nice to see, like, okay, y'all really know what it is. It's one of those things, one of those rules, like how at the end of a game, as Anthony finds Melo in the corner, you know, sometimes the ball might go out on somebody, the officials go and review it, and you see like, oh, it went out on this guy, but it's because he got fouled.
Yep.
But you can't reverse the foul because that's just the rules. And with this whole All-Star voting, it's just like, that's the technicality of the rules.
Lopez falling to the floor, and the technicality was Dame and Luka Doncic tied. Dame had the advantage when it came to the media and players voting. Simon's going to get fouled on the attempt. But Dame was voted number 2 by the media, by the players. Steph Curry was one in both those categories. But Doncic had more fan votes than Dame. And so when you have a tie, they defer to the fan vote, which meant Doncic goes in. And the bigger picture, though, is there's a terrific amount of talent in the NBA that all 3 of those guys are balling this year. Here's your BioFreeze double-double of the day. Cool the pain with BioFreeze, official pain reliever of the Trailblazers, and his Cantor. 17 points, 12 rebounds. One of 3 Blazers in double figures at this moment.
Well, to wrap up what you were just talking about with Dame, no All-Star starter, but, I mean, we remain on MVP watch. And there have been 11 instances where an MVP was not an All-Star starter that year. So, Dame's name could be added to that list.
Blazers with the steal. Lillard trying to go baseline, knocked out of bounds by Avdija.
Well, since we got a quick break, Jordan, let me give you the names. Tapping to Bob Pettit, Bill Russell, twice, Wes Unseld, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Moses Malone, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Steve Nash, Dirk, and it happened to Westbrook. And then Magic Johnson won MVP in 1989, but sat out the All-Star game due to injury. But he received the most votes of any player in the Western Conference and would have been a starter.
And that's what's crazy, because MVP, you're doing it all season long.
Yeah.
Yep. And sometimes you see someone really turn it on in the second half of the season during a typical calendar for the NBA year in March.
But he's going to turn it on. He finished his season strong. And to cap it, Karl Malone, also 1999 MVP, but didn't start because there wasn't an All-Star game.
Blazers lead by 3, 20 seconds left in this third quarter. Damian Lillard, 20 points in the third quarter, put the Blazers ahead. Westbrook eyeing the clock. Closes the gap against Hood. Spinning to his right, fouled as he goes up. Gets it to fall.
Rodney did slap at the ball. Let's see, does he get more basketball and arm? Can't tell. Happened pretty fast right there.
Second foul on Rodney Hood. Westbrook with 22 points. Blazers will have a few ticks on the clock. Try to get something going here. 2 seconds left. Lillard from the logo. It's good. Logo Lillard.
MVP behavior.
23 points in the third quarter for Damian Lillard. And one more look.